Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. My name is Zogdilla,
And I'm Squeeze.
and today we're going to be reviewing the 2020 film Spontaneous, starring Catherine Langford. She is the primary protagonist. And tell us a little more about the movie, Squeeze.
So this movie is about, and this is taken from Google, when students in their high school inexplicably start to explode, seniors Mara and Dylan struggle to survive in a world where each moment may be their last. As an unexpected romance blossoms between them, they soon discover that when tomorrow is no longer promised, they can finally start living for today.
Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and kind of explain the way that our reviews will work. The first little part is called the hunch, which is just where we express how we felt about the movie going in, how we were exposed to it, etc. And then the actual experience of watching the movie at the beginning, and then also the end of the movie. And then the marinade part is how we felt after the movie, um, after we let the movie kind of settle and thought about it and things like that. So I'll go ahead and get into the hunch part. So I don't remember how I stumbled upon the trailer for this movie, but when I did, I was instantly hooked. Like I knew that I had to see it. It looked extremely entertaining. I told my friends about it. I told Squeeze about it, and she also kind of put it on her watch list. And starting when I started to watch it, I felt pretty. The actual beginning, the first 10 minutes were great, but then I felt like it kind of got really slow, and I felt like I was duped a little bit because it started to become more of a romance, a high school romance, and not much of the gore. There's some spontaneous gore, of course, hence the title of the movie. But yeah, halfway through the movie, I was kind of like, this is not what I was expecting, and it was really slow. But then the second half of the movie was just spectacular, uh, very intense, very so many emotions everywhere. And overall, I think it's an excellent movie, and that's kind of how I felt about it now. I'll go ahead and let Squeeze give us her input.
So for me, it was more so of you recommending the movie. I had not seen the trailer. I had not seen any. I had not read about any of this, information about this movie. So for me, it was kind of going into it blind. I was expecting a rom com. Personally, I don't like comedy and I
Mm,
don't like romantic movies. So I was kind of like, dragging my feet because I didn't really want to watch this movie. But the minute I turned it on, I actually thought that it was really, really good. There is a little bit of the it starts off in a high school setting and you're kind of expecting this, immature and kind of like, all about romance and my first love and, we're going to get married and have babies. And the in the first 5 minutes someone explodes. And
right.
that for me was just like, okay, I want to keep watching. I want to see what happens because this can't be all about romance. So that was the hunch for me. Um it was great because I had not read or seen any of it. So yeah,
Okay, cool. And so, watching the movie, how did you feel about it?
I think the experience for me was good, um, but far better than I expected, far better than I anticipated. I think that the main protagonist is great. She has played in Knives Out. She was actually also in Love, Simon, which is
Oh,
also
oh yeah.
a movie, kind of a teen movie. So
Hmm.
I really liked her persona. There was a lot of, I mean, I think that to a certain degree, I felt that I was kind of wanting more from her. But then again, she's a teenager. This is a person who's in high school, who doesn't know any better, who doesn't know where she's going. And, you know, throw the fact that people are exploding out of nowhere, then you got kind of a like, a chaotic situation. The experience for me was really great. I would watch it again. I actually saw it twice. Um, I think definitely one of those movies that has you hooked and you want to get to the end because you want to know what's going on.
Right, right. Yeah, for sure. So getting into the marinade part of it, I think that the movie definitely explored more than just high school romance and like the sci-fi horror part of it. I think that it was trying to give us a message. Well, obviously, it's giving us a message at the very end of it. The last few minutes are pretty also random, but very funny and entertaining. And it ended on a high note, but I think it also was kind of exploring potentially school shootings and how kids process a situation like that, where
Sure.
they can go into school one day, and then next thing the next week or so, their friends are just gone. And I think it was also a commentary about life as a whole, about how we're not here for very like for very long. Anything could happen at any moment, and to kind of enjoy the spontaneity of life also. Yeah, what were your thoughts?
So, after I saw it on Saturday, so it's been a couple of days, and I will tell you that for me, the biggest thing was that it explored, those teenage and kind of you're kind of a pre-adult at that point. You're kind of leaving high school, and it was very respectful about the fact that when you're in high school, you're a wreck. um
Hmm.
and it actually did everything in the plot and the characters and how everyone kind of flowed around each other was just great for me. It was enjoyable. It was something that I wanted to follow these kids around. And to your point about school shootings, it was interesting because I also kind of, to a certain degree, thought that it felt a little bit like our current situation with the pandemic. People
Mm,
aren't exploding, but people are getting sick left and right, and you don't know who's next, and you don't know what's going to happen. And I think the biggest message of the movie is just kind of living life, enjoying life, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And after what we've been through in 2020, and now still in 2021, I think it just resonates with our current situation. um a lot of people have lost loved ones, and we're still not out of the hole. So yeah, that was something that I was like, that really kind of left me thinking a couple days after the movie. I watched the movie. So
right,
yeah.
right. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and rate this film. We're going to make a separate video kind of detailing how our rating scale works, our temporary rating scale. We're not sure if we can adjust it in the future, but basically it's pepper based. So just the spicier the pepper, the better the movie. And for me, I would give it a 4.5. So like a habanero and a half. Oh, yeah, one habanero and then another half of a habanero. I thought that Catherine Lanford was great.
It would be
I want
four
to say that the
habaneros.
first
Sorry,
four, okay,
four and a
four.
half.
Well, I would want to give it a 4.5.
Yeah,
So
so four habaneros and a half.
okay, sure. I'm awful at math.
Same.
But I think Catherine Langford was amazing. I'm pretty sure her first role ever was in 13 Reasons Why. And I do remember seeing her in Love, Simon. I'm sure she's been in a couple other things, but I've always thought she's beautiful. She's very funny and she's very just engaging. So she made the movie for sure. But yeah, I thought it was amazing. I would watch it again. It's definitely one of the best movies of 2020 for me.
So, like, Zogdilla said, our rating is going to be based on peppers, but he didn't really tell you that we have all different types of peppers. So, our peppers
Mhm.
are bell peppers, banana peppers, jalapenos, habaneros, and ghost peppers. So, for me, this movie was definitely a ghost pepper, just because I don't think that there was a
Oh,
lot that was missing. The narrative was great. The story in it of itself was absolutely amazing. I think that, and like you said, Catherine did a great job. I think just the characters and their chemistry, it flowed naturally. So for me, it's definitely a ghost pepper, definitely five ghost peppers because it was great. Um,
awesome.
yeah, definitely. I would,
Yeah,
recommend this movie to anybody and everybody because it's a good watch. It's a really good watch.
yeah, I agree. All right, you guys, awesome. Well, that concludes our very first video. Definitely give us recommendations on movies to watch. We won't only be doing movies, we'll also be getting into technology and games. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments section, like, subscribe, all the things. But yeah, thank you for stopping in, and we'll see you next time.
Follow us on our social medias because Zogdilla streams every
Yes.
now and then. He is a good Fortnite player. I stream every now and then, so just make sure you follow us. Thank you for watching. Let us know if there's any other feedback, any other recommendations. Thank you again.
All right, bye, guys.